Hey, what's goody, Frye gang? So a couple days ago, I made a video going over some merch in Splatoon 1 that was pretty interesting. So naturally, this video is going to be the rest of the Splatoon 1 merch that I had covered. I'd covered about half of it in that video. This will be the other half of it. And then after this, we'll move on to Splatoon 2. So this video's got quite a bit actually, and a lot of it is very interesting. Makes me even more mad that this didn't make it outside of Japan, but let's get into it. The first batch of merch we have here is by Ben Presto, and these are Ichiban Kuji prizes. I think I pronounced that right. But in the most simplest terms, Ichiban Kuji is kind of like a lottery where participants buy a ticket for a certain amount of money and receive a prize drawn at random from those available. And the available prizes for those were anything just random stuff from clothes to plushies, to water bottle cases, charms, stamps, and all of that. So not a bad selection from what there was. And then the goats over at Empty come back with some keychains, bro. These keychains look very nice, especially they got some like reflector ones too over here at the end. So I like keychains. I don't have too many of them, but I do like keep a lanyard on me, and I got some little like Minish Cap figures from Legend of Zelda Minish Cap little keychains. So I love collecting keychains whenever I get the chance. Then we got some nice little acrylic clip sets here by the company Sanai, and even edit mode came back with some badges and stuff like that. And then we got a backpack buddy keychains by Palindome. These are all pretty nice, just collectibles to have. So here we actually have some live concert merch. So the first shirt here was sold at Shioka Live 2016. It was the very first concert for the Splatoon franchise, and this took place during the Splatoon Koshien tournament at Tokaigi on January 30th of 2016. And then the next two here were sold at the second live concert from Shokaigi in 2016, and this happened concurrently with the Splatoon Gachibon Matsuri, and that was a 2-day event themed after the Bon Festival but for Splatoon. And then the Bon Festival is a fusion of the ancient Japanese belief in ancestral spirits and a Japanese Buddhist custom to honor the spirits of one's ancestors. And this happened on April 29th in 2016 and was streamed on Nico Nico, which is basically the Japanese version of Twitch. And then all of these were brought back later on at a pair of virtual live concerts that took place at the Nintendo Live in 2019 event in Kyoto, Japan on October 13th and October 14th, respectively, in 2019. And the ones that were brought from Chokaigi had the branding for Chokaigi removed. Now we have a collection of just miscellaneous merch from multiple different companies, from Sun Art, Showa Note, Jax Pacific. We'll see more of them later on. And it's just overall just random stuff. One of my favorites is the playing cards here, which seem to just be based on regular playing cards, but with their own Splatoon, a spin on them, and they even came with sleeves for them. So I thought this was pretty cool. And there's actually like table turf cards, real life table turf cards you can collect, but we'll talk about those when we get to the Splatoon 3 merch. Next we have the Ink You Up series of merch. So this was a line of merch that Nintendo made and sold at their Nintendo Tokyo store. And there's an assortment of stuff here, mainly clothes, but there's other things like tape, bags, water bottles, belts, just the usual stuff. They even had plushies and like fucking cookies and candy too. So edible little squids you could eat as well. Then we have an all-star collection of plush toys by San A that I had mentioned earlier. They are just an online merch retailer, and they made a line of plushes for Splatoon. They have an entire collection. You can check out their website if you want. I'll link it in the description if y'all want to see that. But they have the Inkling Girl Boy and then Kelly and Marie here, as well as Judd and some just regular Inkling plushes. But they have a whole collection of them over on their site. Y'all should go check out. And now we have another line from World of Nintendo, which I was informed in the last video about the Splatoon 1 merch that World of Nintendo is just another line, just like a series of merch that Nintendo has themselves. And this time these plushes were made by Jakks Pacific. So Jakks Pacific is just a multi-brand company that's been designing, developing, producing, and marketing toys and leisure products and all of that. So obligatorily, is that a word? It is now. Obligatorily, they made some Inkling plushes. And also obligatorily, we have some print media. We got the Prima guides, strategy guides, piano sheets, and we have a lot of wall calendars as well for some reason. Obviously, the famous Koroika or the manga, and the Art of Splatoon art book, which I still don't have. I want to get the Splatoon art books so bad, but right now I can't do that. But I am very interested in looking through this art book. All three of them actually, because they all just seem packed with art and lore. Nintendo really must have liked having collabs back in the early 2000 or late 2010s, because they have another one here with Tower Records. Now, Tower Records is an international retail franchise as well as an online music store, and they have quite a decent amount of Splatoon merch that they sold here. I'm gonna just leave it up here on screen for a second because it's a whole mix of everything. Yet another collab that Nintendo had, this time Saga Keen. So from what I was able to find in the research I did, Saga Keen is a collaboration between Nintendo and Saga Prize, who seems to just be like a prize company. It's kind of hard to find exactly what they are because it's all in Japanese, and translations from Japanese to English are very funny and unreliable. So not that any of that really matters or is relevant to this, but they have some pretty nice merch. They got clothes, but they also have some like dinner sets, like fine china, but Splatoon themed, which I think is very cool. And the most interesting one here is like these jars of pickled octopus with wasabi and salted squid sashimi. So that's kind of weird. I'm curious on how those would taste. Like, I like squid and octopus, they taste good, but I've never had them like this. I've just had them raw. So I wonder how these would taste. And then they also have a manju. Now manju is, for better or worse, in like layman's terms, it's basically just mochi, but instead of made of rice flour, it's made with wheat flour. So it's almost the same as mochi, just different types of flour. Now we got some stationery stuff for like art and everything. We have, the majority of this is from San A again. We got one in here from Empty, so the goat's Empty coming back, and some stuff from Ensky. So we have some croquis here, which are basically just like kind of like drawing tutorials. They're like line drawings of characters and showing you how to draw them. So we got a couple of those. There's some mechanical pencils, erasers, just overall stuff. There's a couple of pouches here to hold your pencils and stuff in, and some stuff from Ensky, like the notebooks that are in the shape of an inkling, both the squid form and the kid form, I guess, and just overall stuff for drawing and stamps and all of that. Nothing too interesting about these next one. There's just a bunch of different sticker sets. There's like the marshmallow stickers, there's also weapon stickers, Inkling boy and girl stickers that come with their own little different stickers like that. There's a bag to carry all of them in, so it's just a bunch of stickers. Again, if you want to like see them more in detail, I'll have my source linked in the description. It's just Inkopedia, but I don't know why I said it like that. Now we got some fabrics like towels, cloths, handkerchiefs, and all of that kind of thing here, but obviously in the Splatoon style. Now we get on to the toys, and there's actually a decent amount of water toys, and by decent I mean like 5, 6, 7. I don't know why I said decent, but this first one here is a splatter shot, and this one is pretty cool as it was a pre-order bonus. So if you pre-ordered the very first Splatoon game from Target, you would get this as like a pre-order bonus, so that's pretty nice. And then Jack's Pacific again, they come back with their own Splatoon merch. So we have a mini version of Splattershot, then the full-on Splattershot, as well as some Splattershot refill canisters. I think those are supposed to be the ink tanks. I doubt it, but I'm not sure what they mean by refill canisters. Maybe that's some story mode stuff I don't know about. Now this last one is, this one is actually kind of frustrating because, so this line right here of just like pool stuff, like pool toys and floats and rings and all of that, is, the category is Doshisha. And I can't really find anything on this. From what I was able to find with my research is that Doshisha is a university based in Kyoto and nothing else. So unless Nintendo collabed with a university for Splatoon swimwear, I guess. I don't know what else there is to this. So there's that, I guess, but they did make these pretty cool floaties and pool rings here. And there it is. That is the rest of all of the Splatoon 1 merch that I was able to find here. And this video might be a lot longer than the first one. I have no idea how long this video is supposed to be. And then I got kind of lazy here at the end with the last couple categories because I was just dealing with some bullshit I did not want to deal with. So it took a lot of energy out of me. But I hope y'all enjoyed this. The next Splatoon merch video, we will be covering the first half of Splatoon 2. That one might be more videos than just 2. I'm not sure. We'll have to see. But I hope y'all enjoyed this one. There was a lot of merch here to talk about, and I'm excited to start on Splatoon 2 since I think Splatoon 2 has probably the best merch in the entire series. I'm excited to get to that. Anyway, I love y'all. See you next mission and play some goddamn Splatty.